Hello, HCGers. This is Laura. I'm reporting in on my VLCD day 3. So this morning I woke up with a 3.4 pound loss, and I was very ecstatic and was doing this happy scale dance. I'm still not in new territory, but I am now officially out of the 220s, and that is really important to me because it is a huge set point for me. And I'm looking forward to my next set point, which is in 15 pounds. Typically right about 205. Takes me a bit to get out of that range, but I'm looking forward to that challenge because that means I'm closer to Wonderland, and it's been a while since I've been there, so I'm ecstatic about that. Today I was a little bit more hungry than I had anticipated. I, in fact, I drank my water. Now I let me back up. I bring a gallon jug of water from home because I have a well, and on top of it, I filter my well water too, just because I don't know, I like the taste. And I cannot stand chlorinated city water. So I bring my own jug of water from home every day, and I had drank all of it, had some lemon slices in it. By 1:30, I had to go make some tea for something to drink. And I don't know if part of that was just that this is the third day and my body's starting to go into ketosis, and my mind is, you know, the hormones in my mind are kicking in saying, you haven't eaten enough today, and so my body's making that switch over from eating the carbs I need to going into my body and utilizing my fat stores. Because I ate a half a cup of cottage cheese with a Roman tomato sliced up in it. And Tara, thank you for that. I have never ever had tomatoes and cottage cheese. And that's really super good. And I agree with you. I've had it every day this week because it's so easy to take to work. And let's face it, I come home from work and I usually do schoolwork, so I don't have a bunch of time to cook. And this weekend, I really didn't take the time to prep. So, grabbing a half a cup of cottage cheese and a tomato, and then I was grabbing an English cucumber and putting it in my work bag is really convenient. So I ate that today, and about 3:30, I got hungry. But by the time I got home at about 5:30, I was not that hungry. In fact, I had all this chicken breast that I had bought. I hit a sale at the grocery store, and boneless, skinless chicken breast was like $1.78 a pound. So I bought 4 or 5 packages of it, and I needed to separate it and wrap it in freezer paper and stuff. And so I spent my night tonight doing that. I put a bunch in the oven and cooked it so I could put it on salads or whatever. And after I was done cooking, I still wasn't that excited to eat it. I don't know if it was the fact that I was messing with raw chicken, and I don't know. It just didn't seem that appealing. And like I said, I don't know if it was because I was, messing with 30 pounds of raw chicken for so long that I was like, ugh, now I don't know that I really want to eat it. But nonetheless, I did put some Franks on it. Thank you for making Frank's hot sauce because it makes my life so much more tasty. I actually have a gallon jug of this stuff. So we have a local restaurant supply store, and I go in there and buy a gallon jug of Frank's hot sauce every now and then because my family loves it. I love it. And let's face it, it tastes good and it doesn't really add calories. Yum. Great combination. So, anyways, weight loss is down. I'm trying to stay positive. My boss told me I was grumpy today, and maybe I was somewhat grumpy because I was getting a little bit hungry, and so, but like I told him, I think it was just that I was pushing back on him, and that made him uncomfortable, and he didn't really care for the fact that I wasn't just accepting what he was saying, I was pushing back, and some people have an issue with that, but you know, software, and you can't just look at it and push a button and expect it to magically spit out whatever your brain's thinking. You got to give it some type of parameters to pull the right information that you want. So to think that you can push a button and miraculously you get a customized report. So we were going back and forth about that. So that's why he was saying I was grumpy. Actually, he came to my cube and he said, "Who stepped on your cat's tail?" And I said, "Nobody. I just think that I was pushing back and you weren't liking it." "Nope," he says, "you're definitely grumpy." Cranky, actually, is what he said. And I laughed. And then he left, and I stood up and I looked over the cube wall. I had two guys on the other side of me. And I says, "Am I cranky?" And one says, "No, I'm not heard you be cranky all day." And the other one, my Scott friend, he goes, "Not any more than normal." Uh, so I ran into my boss later in the hallway, and I looked at him, and he goes, "You smiling again yet?" I looked at him and I says, "Of course, I've been smiling all day, and I've been thinking that if you think this is cranky, you have no clue what my cranky looks like." And he chuckled. Anyways, I carried on. But it has been a little bit of hunger today, but I really do believe it's more mental than it actually is true hunger because, like I said, by the time I got home and I had worked with all that chicken and separating it and cutting it into the right size portions and butterflying some, and you know, I wasn't that hungry and needing to eat it when it came out of the oven. So, anyways, reporting on VLCD day 3. I'll come on here again, hopefully tomorrow, and give another great update because I'm trying to stay positive and trying to stay within protocol so that way I can. You guys have a great evening.